Did you know that when you stop eating for a few hours, your body doesn't get weaker? It actually starts repairing itself. What if I told you that fasting triggers a process called autophagy, where your body literally cleans out damaged cells and regenerates new ones? Scientists discovered that during periods without food, insulin levels drop, growth hormone increases, inflammation reduces, and your body switches from burning sugar to burning stored fat for energy. Why does that matter? Because this metabolic switch improves fat loss, stabilizes blood sugar, supports heart health, improves brain function, and even reduces the risk of certain chronic diseases. Research on intermittent fasting shows benefits like improved insulin sensitivity, lower blood pressure, better cholesterol levels, and cellular repair. So here's the question. If temporary hunger can activate healing inside the body, could fasting be one of the most natural forms of medicine? Now here's something even more fascinating. Muslims have been fasting for over 1,400 years, not as a diet trend, not for weight loss, but as an act of worship. In the Qur'an, Allah says, "O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may attain taqwa, God consciousness." Quran 2:183. Fasting in Ramadan isn't just about staying away from food and drink from dawn to sunset. It's about discipline. It's about self-control. It's about resetting your habits, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Fasting is a shield." In Sahih Muslim. A shield from what? From harmful desires, from anger, from impulsive behavior, from overconsumption, from addiction to constant stimulation. Think about modern life. We're constantly eating, constantly scrolling, constantly distracted. Ramadan forces a reset. For 30 days, Muslims stop eating during daylight hours. No food, no water, no smoking, no intimacy. Not because they can't, but because they choose not to. And what happens? The body adapts. It becomes more efficient at burning fat. The digestive system gets a structured break. Insulin levels regulate daily. Many people experience improved mental clarity. Inflammation markers can reduce, and appetite control improves. But the real transformation isn't just physical. When you voluntarily feel hunger, you develop empathy for those who don't have food. You become more grateful. You learn patience. You realize how much of your life is driven by habit rather than necessity. And here's another powerful hadith. Allah says in a hadith Qudsi, "Fasting is for me, and I will reward it." Sahih al-Bukhari. Why is fasting singled out like that? Because it's one of the most sincere acts of worship. No one can see whether you secretly ate or drank. It's between you and God. And from a health perspective, 30 consecutive days of structured fasting can improve metabolic flexibility, support healthy weight management, improve discipline around food, reduce constant snacking habits, strengthen mental resilience. It's like a full system reset, body, brain, and behavior. But Ramadan also teaches balance. Muslims don't starve themselves. They eat before dawn and after sunset. They're encouraged not to overeat. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught moderation in eating long before modern nutrition science highlighted portion control. So fasting in Ramadan is not just spiritual detox, it's behavioral retraining. It teaches you are in control of your desires, not the other way around. And maybe that's why fasting is now trending in health circles under names like intermittent fasting, while Muslims have been practicing it as worship for centuries. So the next time you hear about Ramadan fasting, don't just think no food. Think cellular repair, metabolic reset, mental discipline, spiritual clarity, gratitude, empathy. What if hunger isn't weakness? What if controlled hunger is strength? And what if fasting isn't just about living longer, but living better?